Hey friends. Hi, welcome to this week's Create Along. I'm Sarah. This is Midori. Hello. She hates being held. Oh, you're hooked on my shirt. Oh. Okay. So hi, welcome. Midori's doing a lot better. Thank you for asking. She's been eating her kidney food, covered in hair. Yes, hello. Hi, hello, hi. Let's see. So hi, Sarah is here, Gemma is here. Hello, Poxy and Tim. Hello, Mike and Takara, Steffers. Hello, hi. I'm so glad to see you. Anne, Forsaken Fallen is here. Skit is here. Hello. Hello. I'm so happy to see all of you. Welcome. Tania's here. Sarah, there's like 8 Sarahs here. So hello to all of the Sarahs. I'm glad you're here. Charlie's here. Hello. And so we've got some people. Hello, Shannon. We've got some people over in the chat on Discord as well. So I'm like streaming this to both places. So it's kind of wherever you're comfortable watching from. I think that our Discord has a capacity of like 20. So Twitch can hold a lot more than that. So, all right, those of you who are not yet hydrating, I'd like you to take a sip of water, take good care of yourself. You're just staring at me. Hello. Okay, she's just sitting on the floor staring at me. Cassandra, hey, Cassandra says they're having a great storm or a crazy storm. Oh gosh. Hey, Drayton's here. Hey, Drayton, tell Deb hi, please. Lissa's here. Hello, Lissa. Charlie says that was a thing to come into. Midori scaling Sarah. Yes. She does not like to be held, and if I hold her, she will claw out of it. And so that's a thing. Good. Anne is drinking lots of water. Good. Anne says, I got water specifically for this event. I love to hear it. Perfect. Winter is here. Hey, Winter. View on Twitch and chat here. Nice. On Discord. Perfect. Anne says, I came to Twitch because I want to hear the Alpenhorn. Yes. So why is there an Alpenhorn? What's going on? Who is this? What is happening? I'm Sarah. I'm hosting our Create Along tonight. Again, this is my cat Midori, who will make her presence known when she feels like it. You got a little goop in your eyes. She's 19 and she has kidney problems, so she lives here in my office. Yes, you always need more. Sarah says, I just chugged a huge bottle of water. Do I need more? Just to have like at your desk so that you can continue to hydrate while we create. Shannon, hey. Oh no. Skid says, I'm watching you while Midori. I'm watching you while I clean my office. My AC unit quit. Oh no. And the landlord is considering window units, so I have to get my house cleaned up. It's a wreck right now. Oof. Sending you lots and lots of, I don't want to say like hugs because that would be like very warm and oppressive, but sending you sympathy, definitely. Yes, the hallowed being. Yes. Are you hallowed? Oh, are you here? Will you do that again for the camera? Are you batting at me? No. Okay. She was batting at me and it was really cute. She was doing a little, hey, pet me. Yes. So, hey, the way this works is I'd love to know what you're working on today. Yay, Damien's here. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I'm glad to be back on Twitch too. It was really good to take off from Twitch last week, especially, to kind of stand in solidarity with people who need support. But I'm glad we're back. This is a pretty good platform for what we need it for. So I'm grateful for that. Oh, good. Steffer says today I might actually write some. Ooh, I need to finish the last 3 episodes of Spectre. Yes, I love it. Oh, hey, Carmen's here. Hello, Carmen. Yeah, what is everybody working on? And also, this is the kind of create along where I want you to take good care of yourself first. And so, if you are in a place where you're not feeling creative or you are not feeling like creating would be a healthy thing for you to do tonight, please do also know that rest is a part of the creative cycle. Rest is part of creativity. And if you need to journal, if you need to doodle, if you need to just stare out the window and breathe, if you need to clean your apartment, if you need to play some Stardew Valley, please know those are all extremely valid things to also do tonight during our Create Along. Oh, you're back again. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those evenings. Anne says, I'm feeling more creative with the change in weather. Yeah, it's like I was talking about this with Carol Minks earlier, where there's this sense of like back to school and like being the start of a new school year. I don't know if that's a global thing or if that's just like here in the United States. We start school usually in late August, early September and go through till June. Yes, I see you want to be pet. So I don't know if like that's part of it too. Yes, Pinball Princess says same, autumn always brings out the best in me. Yeah, yes. Ooh, Cassandra, you've got your knitting out tonight. Did I tell you I've started I'm supposed to be having hobbies and not working all the time because apparently working all the time without having any hobbies is not healthy. Yes, I see you. She's like, oh my gosh, please pet me. Ugh. Yep. I had completely lost my train of thought. Oh no, no. Hi. Hi. I think Midori just stopped my stream. Okay. I love you. But we're gonna have you go over there. Okay. Yes, Midori sends us a message soon. Yes, Midori. Yes, I got canceled by Midori, who walked on my keyboard. Oh my gosh, she's shedding. Oh, that's right. We were talking about the new year, by which I mean the new school year, which is a fresh start. I'm sorry. I am apparently all over the place now. Wow. Jimmy says, and also hi, Jimmy. Jimmy says the live stream has been paused like a cat's paw. Yes. Hey, Augie. Augie says, hey, friends, I'm burnt out and watching TikTok tonight, but I'm here. Yes. I'm glad you're here. It's not great that you're burned out, but I'm glad that you are still joining our little community here despite being burned out. I'm happy to see you. Tania says I'm tossing. Oh no. Is it like Tania, is this a good thing? So Tania says, I'm tossing out all of my work on my Magic Forest story and completely starting over in a totally different way. Is this like a good cleansing thing or is this a big yikes kind of thing? I would love to know that. I'm going to put my tea bag over here. Oh, that's not a toy. Oh, we're having some issues tonight, friends. Oh my gosh. There's just tea everywhere. So if this is your first time joining us, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is the most weird and scattered stream I've ever seen. Yes, you're not wrong. Oh, good. A very good thing, Tania says. Good. Cassandra says, I collect hobbies. I feel like that's a good way to be. That's right. I was saying I took out my knitting from the closet and I'm knitting a blanket and it's really nice. And I just had all of this yarn. So like I'm using the yarn I already had. So I didn't have to like buy anything, which was really nice. So I really appreciate that. Augie says, I'm making progress on the show though. Yay. Spent my day making a casting call. I love it. Anne says, I'm trying to figure out how to do something for a live stream on Sunday. I'm not particularly good at live streaming, but if I can help you, Anne, let me know. Falling Hoshi says, working on a crochet project tonight, and I might jump into some editing. I love it. Yes, definitely. Tania, Forsaken Fallen says, definitely a tough decision. So yeah, definitely a tough decision. Sorry, I'm kind of looking back and forth between our Discord and our chat here. Yes. Tania says, I'm throwing out the panic forced writing, which I know what that is because I have done that, and returning to my true writing voice. Good. I'm excited, Tania says. Well, Tania, we are excited with you. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Yes. Good. Shannon says, we love the land of weird. Then you're in the right place because that's where I'm broadcasting from. The land of weird. Ooh. Oh, my friend. Yes. Okay. Steffers says, I think this got lost when the stream went down, so I'm reposting. Yes, it did. I lost all comments from before I'm going to say the stream crashed, but we all know Midori made it go away. And she's back. I'm just going to move my mouse. I think she clicked my mouse on something. So we're just going to get the mouse out of the way. But Steffer says, I've been struggling with the concept of hobbies. What happens when your hobby, podcasting, becomes your main thing, or at least more than a hobby? My friend, Steffers, oh my gosh. I have a blog post about this out at sarahwerner.com. So I'm going to look for that real quick. But in the meantime, I'm going to say that I'm not 100% sure, and I'm still figuring that out. So if you know anything about me, you know that I am self-employed. I have my own business, and I largely do writing and podcasting to make money. And that's what I do. And it's what I've always wanted to do. It's my dream job. And I'm finally here doing it. And it's weird. It's really weird because you write and you podcast, and then the evening comes and you're like, well, time to pursue my hobbies, writing and podcasting. But you're like super creatively burned out because you only have so much creative energy to use throughout the day. And you need to recharge. All right. So I'm looking right here. I think that this is the correct blog post. Maybe. Oh, no, this is not the right blog post. Gosh, it may have been before this even. Okay, so maybe I published this further ago than I thought. Farther. Here we go. From July 26th, apparently. Okay, and I'll link to it over here. I'm going to link to it in our Discord, and I'm going to put it in writing resources. So here's my really, really, really long blog post about what to do when your hobby becomes your profession and what happens and how you recharge your energy. So I've been reading a lot more. That's why I picked up knitting again. I have a lot of mixed thoughts. I have a lot of mixed thoughts about doing what you love as a career. It reminds me a little bit when I was ghostwriting books and doing like content marketing and blogging and building websites for people. And I would finish doing that stuff, and that was very creatively taxing. And then I'd be like, well, time to work on Girl in Space, or time to work on a fun thing that I'm writing. And I would just have no energy left creatively because I'd used it all in my work. I really think, if you want to have like a day job, and, I'm just throwing this out there. I haven't tried it. But I kind of think it would be ideal to like work a boring desk job and just like sit there for 8 hours and then go home and have the energy to create. I was actually, I was the manager of a paper store, like a stationery store, for like 8 or 9 months. And I remember I would go home and I'd be able to write after that. So I don't know. It's such a tough question. It's such a hard subject. And if anyone else here has experience or insight, I would love to hear what you have to say. If you currently, if your hobby has become your full-time job, or if that's something that you're looking forward to happening, what are your plans around that? Um, yes. 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 Sarah says, and I'm sure the chat will trickle in, but as it's trickling in, I'm going to catch up a little bit. Sarah says, my work in progress is a revision from about 8 years ago. It was a 30,000 word elaborate outline, but now it's 105,000. But that's only because I'm emptying my head, learning backstories, and repeating a lot. It's at least now a lot more organized. Right. And then you can edit it. Yes. And Sarah says it'll eventually be around 90K. So yeah, you'll edit it down. It'll make sense. It'll be concise. That's fantastic. Nice. Takara says, I already wrote my daily poem and now I'm working on part 10 of my fantasy ogre story. I love it. Yes, I love it. Anne's doing some crocheting. Shannon says, when your hobby of writing becomes your job, you also learn how to avoid, how to avoid writing. Yeah, really, really sneaky like. Yes. That's also really true. Yeah, I spend a lot of my time avoiding, and this is like total first world problems, and I even feel bad talking about it, but I spend a lot of time avoiding the work that I thought I loved doing. And it's just, how did I get here? And so I don't know if it's taking it for granted. I feel guilty about it a lot. But I often find myself searching for little easy tasks I can do throughout the day. Like, oh, I need to send these emails out to these people, or, oh, I need to schedule this for this upcoming event that I'm speaking at. And I'll be like, oh, yes, good, busy tasks. Because they're easy and writing is hard. And you feel a little bit of extra pressure when you write or podcast full time. But again, I'm fully aware that I am saying these very take for granted things to an audience of people who, I think for many of you, like that's your dream, is to work on your own stuff full time. And I don't want to discourage you from doing that because it's really cool. And I want everybody to be able to do that if they like. Oh, hey, Annie's here. Yes, good. Yes. Scrolling back through comments. Ooh. Steffers, I really feel this. Steffer says, man, I'm coming to the sudden realization that I may not have ever had a hobby before. I'm kind of a whole hog sort of person. That's really interesting. I think I'm very similar. It's interesting that you say that. I tend to think of my hobbies more as projects, and those projects get like subsumed into my identity. And so I say, oh, I'm knitting, but I'm going to make a blanket, and that's going to be this huge project. I'm going to put a lot of my identity into it and a lot of my feelings of achievement and accomplishment and pride. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe hobbies are just hard for some people to have. It's hard for me. Okay. And Steffers, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think for me, it's difficult for me to just casually enjoy something. Like I get really invested in whatever I'm working on, and that's just part of my personality. So maybe you're very similar in that regard. Forsaken Fallen says, I think that depends on the boring desk job. I have one of those and it can be really mentally draining, leaving not a lot of energy to write some nights. It's super hard to find a balance. Yes, Forsaken Fallen. Yeah. Yeah. And Jimmy says, Sarah, you described me with that boring desk job thing. It doesn't quite work that way. A boring desk job saps you of energy in a completely different but very real way. You know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And, you know, my sister is a museum guard and, you know, you don't really talk and all she does is like stand there all day, like guarding the art. But I know when she gets home, she's often too exhausted. Yeah. Hoshi says the boring desk job life tends to drain me. I have a hard time finding the mood to write when I'm so emotionally drained. Maybe it is is it more just understanding what our energy looks like and like oh, I have like 3 hours of creative energy to use every day. I have an hour of emotional energy that gets spread out. I'm not saying that's a thing, but like, I wonder if we could measure or come to terms with or quantify somehow our energy in a way. It would make it easier to understand how we need to spend and allocate it throughout the day. But again, that's me treating people like a machine, and we are not machines. We are meat bags full of chemicals, and everything we do, I can drink a cup of coffee or tea and like that increases my energy at least until it stops. Or I can eat some really heavy food and like have no energy and need to sleep. Oh, it's very confusing. Yeah, Jimmy says I often leave my office discouraged and tired because I sat at a desk with very little worthwhile to do for hours, more often than not, all by myself. Hmm. Yeah. Carmen says, I have a part time day job that isn't creative. So I have more freedom to do writing when it's fun, not just because I need to write or finish things. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Mike, Mike, are you okay? Mike says, I'm frazzled from work, trying to visit my dad at his rehab facility while navigating COVID restrictions. So I'm mentally drained. I totally get that. I just want to hang with the cool kids. Mike, you are one of the cool kids, and we are happy to be hanging here with you. That's just a lot to go through right now. So please know that our hearts are with you. My gosh. Steffer says, I work as an IT project manager, and everything I do is very planned, logical, and strategic. So it's nice to come home and create a story that isn't related to nerd herding. I like that. I like that. Welcome back, Anne. Hello. Interesting. There's so many good comments coming in too. Jimmy says, not very sure what to do tonight. The newsletter went out today. Yes, and there's a link to it in our Discord. If you haven't read Jimmy's newsletter this week, it's very good. I wrote and published a new poem. I scheduled the prompt post for Friday. Man, you are ahead of the game. And I'm also kind of tired, but also kind of wanting to write more stuff. It's interesting because now I'm like, well, can you like just sit there and casually write something? But are you the type of person who can casually do stuff? I feel like this is maybe fodder for a right now episode. I am drinking dandelion tea tonight. I've heard it's good for you. I don't know. We'll see. If I start to like radiate health, then we'll know. Yeah, Tim says, I also try to turn all my hobbies into marketable hobbies. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy, I love that. Oh, a bunch of old choir friends are getting together just to sing. Oh, that makes me really happy. Singing with friends it's really beautiful. I love that. Oh no, Sarah, go to sleep. Sarah says, I'm in the UK, so I may not be able to stay for too long as I'm so tired. I've already written for 3 hours tonight, so we'll see. Oh my gosh. Wow. Interesting. Damien says, yep, gonna second Forsaken Fallen. My boring desk job is doing its very best to kill me. Okay, well, I think that that idea has died. So that's not the answer. And I've also worked boring desk jobs. It's just been a long time since I've worked a boring desk job. Good. Takari, you wrote your daily poem. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Budgeting energy levels is hard, says Cassandra. Interesting, Mike. This is very, very coincidental. Mike says, I've heard 2 different podcasts this week talking about how many emotional pennies we have to spend. Emotional pennies. Oh, I like that. It also reminds me a little bit of spoon theory. If you're in the neurodivergent world at all, I've been doing some reading on spoon theory, which is, how much energy do you have today to allocate to all of these different projects? And maybe I just need to start taking that more seriously. Jimmy says, right now I'm actively trying to increase my capacity to create, making my mental energy budget bigger. I think it's possible. I'm giving it a try all month long. I love it. Creativity is often an experiment. Sometimes I think there is no perfect balance. There's just, what are we willing to experiment with today? So Jimmy, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that. Annie says, I have a different flavor of desk job problem. It has its boring stretches, but mostly it eats figure it out energy and anxiety points that I also need for writing, adulting, etc. Man, what's the answer here? Let's see. This Facebook user says, I find that writing breaks are important. The answers to a storyline come during writing breaks. Yes. I recently had this happen. I was just so burned out and I was just sitting and just doodling at my desk. And I was like, oh, I'm being unproductive. I'm not getting anything meaningful done, which in itself is not a healthy thing to be thinking. Hence the need for brain rest and hobbies that bring in brain rest. But yeah, and I remember like, oh, I could do this. And just like, it just came out of nowhere because, while we're resting, our brains are stewing delicious ideas in the crock pots that are our skulls. And it's just really good to remember that we don't have to produce actively and constantly in order to get good stories and good ideas for stories. Yes. Oh, when was this week's Creative Pen? And the other was What I Wish I Knew. Mike, I just spoke with Joanna Penn yesterday. That oh, I love her. I love her show. She hosted me for an interview. So I think next week or the week after, you'll get to hear me on the Creative Pen. Oh, I love her so much. Yeah. Oh, this is the worst. Damien, I used to work at a bank. Yeah. Damien says it's an uninspired place full of uninspired people who have let their dreams die on the vine. Yeah. It was rough. Working at a bank was rough for me. Yeah, a lot of people with a lot of sadness. Yeah. Forsaken Fallen says, I was super creative when I worked part-time. There's really something about working less than 40 hours a week that is amazing. Yes, for my creativity, speaking personally. I just wish that was sustainable. Yes, and that I was able to pay my bills while doing it. It was a dark financial time in my life. Yeah. Yeah, it's so hard. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Skid says, I do data entry in finance, and my current project is about someone who's taken time off work to write a novel. I wish I were my character. Oh, that would be amazing. Maybe that's part of the answer. Maybe part of the answer is how we use our vacation days, how we use our time off. But I don't know, putting pressure on that time off to create. I don't know. This is really, really tricky. Yeah. Damien says, to be honest, when I was younger, I could let my mind fly at my boring job. As I got older, it just sapped me instead. Ooh, I wonder why. And I remember I used to work in an HR department in a hospital in my late teens and early 20s. I was in like the medical filing office. And like, unless somebody had some files that needed to be filed, I would just like sit there at my little table. And yeah, I would think, I would daydream. I didn't have a computer because I was like, there were actual like paper files that needed to go into the filing system. But I had a little doodle pad and I remember coming up with some ideas. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tim is getting Twitch ads. Sorry about that, Tim. Augie says my phone died. What did I miss? We're talking about sort of the balance between, spoon theory, energy, where our energy is going, and if we're being intentional about where it's going, and how we expend our energy at our day job versus our creative work and what that looks like. Yes. Yes. Oof, yeah. Shannon says, you are a valuable and limited resource. My son has dysautonomia and he has to count his spoons every single day. Yes, I could learn from him. Yeah, I think we all could. Yeah, let's all adopt spoon theory. Yeah. Ooh. Damien says, Jimmy, we are in the same place, absolutely trapped and scraping toward the things that give us joy as our only escape, all while knowing that turning that thing into our income will eventually trap us again. Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. That makes it sound terrible. Um, oh, oh, that sounds really bleak. Um, I hope, oh gosh, I don't want it to sound that bleak. I mean, I love my life. I hope you love your life. Um, I want this to be like the kind of stream where Sarah is really smart and has a lot of answers. Um, I don't know if I have an answer to this, but I do see and understand and sympathize and empathize with everything that's going on here. And even as somebody who is like full time, I still don't even create as much as I want to or as much as I think I want to. And also, hello, it's a pandemic and things are weird also. Mm. Augie says, spoons, I never have enough. My burnout has taken the form of me sitting on the floor with a million pillows, fuzzy, spooky socks, and a hoodie. Augie, yes. Like, okay, so like after this stream, I'm gonna put on sweatpants because I'm wearing like adult pants, aka like jeans right now. So I'm gonna put on sweatpants and I'm gonna go like hide in bed and just pull the covers over my head because that's how I've been dealing with burnout. And I've been listening to a lot of audio dramas and podcasts that way. So I totally feel that. Yes, destroy capitalism. It's that easy. Yes, late stage capitalism is super rough on our creators, says Steffers. Yes, yes, it is. It is. It's hard. It's hard. Mm. Oh, thank you. Shannon says the fact you admit that you don't have all the answers is what makes you smart. Okay, thank you. That makes me feel better. I was like, I don't have the answer for this. And in fact, I am still struggling with that as well. Yeah. Mm. I like that. Forsaken Fallen says, I actually take a lot of time off that I use just to create. But even then, when you're taking time off work to, well, work, right, it ends up feeling like you don't get any time to rest. Yes, I have a lot of thoughts on this. So sorry I'm blowing up the chat tonight. No, you are not. Forsaken Fallen, I want to hear all of your thoughts. Yeah, yes. So I have some people asking what spoon theory is. And so I want to um I want to make sure I think what I'll do is post something in our Discord um about spoon theory, or you can Google it and just see what you find. I'm not sure what you'll find. But it's basically how do we allocate our energy and how many spoons do we have in a day? So like getting up and taking a shower and like putting on makeup might take a spoon, or going to work and like working all day might take 5 spoons. So it's just kind of a as far as I understand it, it's a relative measure of energy. I'm sure many of you can explain it much better than I can, but I definitely encourage you to Google it and just see if that's something that resonates with you. I'm a huge fan of finding tools that work for me in life that help me cope. Um, yeah, Anne says I've fallen in love with spoon theory to explain how I feel. Yeah. Yeah, I will try to find a good um mm, yes. Oh, this is great. Okay, so a couple things. Sarah says, so I just found the first ever outline I made for my novel. So weird. Oh, I can imagine. No. Am I tipping you into existential despair? Jimmy says occasionally this is the kind of stream where Sarah unintentionally tips us into existential despair and also eating sugary desserts like carrot cake, which I really want right now. Jimmy, I hope you have some carrot cake that you can enjoy. Um, I like this. Carmen says the best answer, and that's in quotes, I've found is to take everything day by day. If I have energy for things, I do them. If not, I let them go until later. Yeah. Augie says spoon theory, 2 people, one with neurodivergencies, another without, each has 5 spoons before them. The neurotypical person uses a spoon to make breakfast, go to work their job, come home, make dinner, and go to bed. I'm assuming there's a part 2. Ah, there we go. And the neurodivergent person uses a spoon to wake up, get out of bed, get dressed, make coffee, etc., and then they run out of spoons before the neurotypical person. Yes, yes. Oh, and Tim is saying that if you're not on our Discord, I don't know why I'm pointing this way. I don't know where my screen is on your screen and where your other tabs are. But if you would like an invite to our Discord, if you would like an invite to our Discord and you're not there already, let one of our mods know. Tim and Augie and Damien, I think, are all mods, and Poxy, if you're here, is a mod. Jimmy might also be a mod. I need to keep better track of my mods. Anyway, thank you, mods. I love and appreciate you. Let someone know, and we will get you an invite to our Discord. Hey, Sarah Golding, is that you? Tim says you're literally pointing at my Discord icon, Sarah. I am creeped. Sorry, Tim, I don't mean to creep you. Oh, Miss Sarah Golding is here. Oh, doing podcast work only until teaching starts again. Oh my gosh. Mummying is hard. Yeah, yes. Voice acting is hard too. Oh, I know. Oh, I know, my friend. Oh, Jimmy says I have no carrot cake. None. Why is the world so cruel? What an excellent question. Sarah Golding is over on Facebook. And I don't know if you can see over this comment that I'm posting. I just assume it's Sarah. I can't actually see who it is because Facebook has some like privacy filters and stuff, but I just assume it's Sarah Golding because it sounds like Sarah Golding. So Sarah, if that's you, hello and I love you. Yes, over on Facebook. And I don't know if she's still there. Yes, making hard decisions. Spoon theory also describes why you might have to choose between cooking dinner, bathing, or writing some. Yes, it's not fun decisions to make. Yes. Oh, there are nights when Tim and I are just like, we're going to order takeout. And we're capable, ostensibly capable of cooking for ourselves, but we just can't. Yes, Sarah, another one of our beautiful Sarahs, Sarah Banham over on Facebook says, I think I ran out of spoons tonight. No, you need to sleep. Yes, we'll show up again. Good. It's lovely to have seen you too. Yeah, it's oh my gosh, it's 7:38. I was just gonna keep talking all evening. Oh no. Okay, because we need to do our creed along too. Okay, a couple things. If you need to leave, please leave whenever you need to. If you want to come and go, if you are like busy or distracted, that's totally fine. This chat is mostly a place for you to come and be and exist in the way that you need to. And so whether you want to sit here and like type in the chat and pay full attention and like do some creating along with us, or if you just want to have this on for background noise, you are welcome to be here both ways. Oh, thanks, Tim. So people in the chat are saying, I would love just to chat all night. I mean, we could do that. But also for the people who want to get stuff done. Oh, and bless your heart, Damien. I freaking adore you. Thank you. Jimmy says, Sarah says, I'm kind of scattered. This might not be a long talking chat tonight. Also, Sarah, OMG, it's 7:38. I'm talking all night. So that's what we do here. It's what we do here. Good. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for the Twitch subscriptions. Let's see, we've got someone who needs an invite to the Discord over on Facebook. I should just get those up so that I can invite you. Yes. Okay. In the meantime, while my very slow computer is loading, oh, you can chat and create. I know, I just suddenly, you guys are hilarious tonight. Damien says, don't be Tim and have to watch ads. Subscribe to Sarah today. And Tim says, don't be me. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Yeah, Augie says, I don't think I'll be back after the break, but I love you all. You're exceptional. Augie, I hope you are taking really good care of yourself. I hope you are sitting on a million pillows with your hoodie and your spooky, fluffy socks. I hope that you're taking good care of yourself right now. But, oh, bye, Mike. It's so good to see you. Ooh, Pinball Princess says, I'm going to sort my tea and maybe do something creative. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, you guys. I just want to send you a big digital hug. And Mike, I hope things get better for you. Take deep breaths. Remember, you're doing the best you can. Sometimes I need to remember that too. Like, we are doing the best we can with what we have. And sometimes that's all there is. Sometimes that's enough. Let's see. I need to go back to our Create Along chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yes, I am over on Discord once again. We're loading very slowly. Let's see. Yes, we are also over on Twitch. Okay, so I need to find just a couple things. So one thing I'm doing is opening up Twitch. All right, while I do this, I'm going to tell you how this thing works. So hi, I'm Sarah. If you're not familiar with me, I'm the person who's leading this circus / create along. Yes, hello, Alberto. You need an invite to Discord. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to answer you with a couple things here. Oh, that was Gia November. Hi. It's good to see you. My internet is being ridiculously slow. Oh dear. Okay. Yep, ridiculously slow. So thank you for bearing with me. Oh boy. Oh boy. More spoons have entered the chat. I know. They're just like crowding in. Okay. The way this works is we get together, we chat, and then we create along together. Whatever you want to work on, if you have a knitting project, a crocheting project, if you have a novel or a podcast that you're working on, or if you are not feeling creative tonight, you are welcome just to hang out with us and like do some dishes, clean your tea stash, journal, doodle, play Stardew Valley, whatever it is you need to do tonight to nurture your creative spirit. I want you to be able to do that. So usually we create for an hour together, but I've been talking a lot. And so we're going to create for like 45 minutes. And I'm going to do a couple things here. So Alberto, I'm going to get you an invite to our Discord when we start the Create Along. I'm going to put up our banner here that says we are writing for the next 45 minutes. So writing / podcasting / cooking / eating cake / whatever it is you want to do tonight, preparing for your live streams, whatever it is you're doing. But yeah, are you ready? Are you ready to do this? Also, if you don't feel like writing or creating, I also just posted a blog post over on Discord under writing resources that talks about the whole like, oh, my day job has become what used to be my hobby. What do I do with energy? And actually, you know, I've learned a lot from all of you tonight. So thank you. Yeah, you're amazing. So thank you for your insights and all of that good stuff tonight. All right. So I'm gonna mute myself. We'll come back at 8:30 p.m. Central. So that is 6:30 Pacific, 7:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. You will, if you are not on Discord, if you are on one of our other services, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, something like that, you will hear the gentle yeeting of the alpenhorn at this appointed time that you see here in the stripe below. And yeah, at that point, we'll summon you back and we'll talk a little bit more. This has been a really good discussion. I want to talk more about it when we come back, but I also want to make sure people have time to to get things done. Yes, it felt weird seeing just 5 people here on a Facebook live stream. Yeah, there's a lot more people over on Twitch, so I'll make sure you get the information for that. So, okay, I'm going to mute myself. Feel free to play music, whale sounds, rain sounds, whatever you need to facilitate a beautiful, peaceful, creative environment. Yeah, and we'll see you back in 45 minutes. Hello, writers and creators. Welcome back. Those of you watching via Discord may not have heard, but we just played the Alpenhorn, which summons you gently back to this space where we're all together. So hi, welcome back. How was that? I saw some great comments coming in. Hey, Marissa's here. Hello, Annie. Oh, had to go. Yes. And hopefully, folks who are looking for the Discord link, hopefully that worked for you. Yeah, Skid says, that was a weird addition to the music I was listening to. LOL. Yes. Yes. How was it? How are you doing? How did that go? Poxy, hello. Cassandra says, the gentle yeeting of the Alpenhorn. Yes. Yes. I love that some of you find it gentle and comforting, and some of you are absolutely horrified by it. So I think that just speaks to just how we're all just beautifully and wonderfully different from each other. Good. Takara, you finished writing and editing part 10 of your fantasy ogre story. I love it. Forsaken Palm says it depends what I'm doing when it sounds. Yes. Whether it startles you or not. Good. Pinball Princess says, good news is I have a tea shelf, but there's like a question mark. So I have a tea shelf. I just noticed a bag of tea I missed. But I have my tea sorted rather than a big box of mystery that I keep pawing through anyway. Good. I hope that brings you some peace and just a lot of good things into your life. I hope that helps. Oh, wait, what? Wait. Okay, wait. So Arcane Quill over in our Discord says, well, shoot, I'll try again next week. I did get a little bit of magical journaling research tonight. It's fabulous. Good. I am really, really glad to hear that. Damien says, Sarah, save me. I'm about to start a campaign to do my best to promote Hanapocalypse ahead of the Audioverse Awards. I was like, AVAs. Audioverse Awards, while also launching season 2 of Cybernautica this month. What am I doing? You know how like 45 minutes ago, Damien, we were talking about spoons and allocation of energy. I really want you to think about this timing. And if this is something that will work for you, or if this is something that will completely burn you out. Because like on one hand, we have being ambitious, and that's good and healthy, and that's like what helps us move forward. But then also we have, oh my gosh, I'm halfway into this and I realize I've made a horrible mistake and I'm hurting myself more than I'm helping myself. So I feel like somewhere between these two, actually, I mean, I want you on the good side of things. Like, oh, I feel great and I'm doing everything I want to do and fulfilling my ambitions. Is there something that you can write down a plan and say, okay, I want to put this many hours toward advertising this, and I want to put this many hours toward my Cybernautica season 2 launch, and here's all the activities I want to do. Here's how long each one will take, plus an additional 20% because things always take longer than you think they will. Yeah. Always add 20%. I learned that when I was working for a marketing company and people were promised things. So yes. So yeah. What are you doing? And like, actually, what are you doing? I want you to put together estimates for yourself. Write this down. See if it is feasible within the amount of time that you'll have to actually do these things. And then either, go easier on the Hanapocalypse promotion, or maybe bump the Cybernautica launch. I'm not sure how set in stone that is at this point. But be kind to yourself, I think, is what I'm trying to say. And Like, yes, fulfill your ambitions, but also don't hurt yourself doing it. And I know that's a really hard balance. Ooh, Sarah says, I'm happy. Tonight I went through my boxes of writing stuff and separated the references, the drafts, and the ideas. Good. Ideas are all in a binder. I organized. Yes. I look organized. Only look. Yes. I love binders. I've been doing my Julia Cameron's morning pages. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this practice, but I like it because I can just add pages whenever I want to because it's a binder and it can be as full as I want it to be. So I don't have to worry about the limitations of a notebook. So I love that. I love binders. That makes me really happy. Good. Falling Hoshi. I love it. The edit rewrite is working out. I am very glad to hear that. Good. Good. Ooh, this is exciting, Poxy. Poxy says, I started working on a mystery thriller called The Town of Whitehall. I discovered Dabble and I absolutely love it. Okay, what is Dabble? And is it something that is going to make me addicted to it? So very curious, very curious. Yes. Yeah. Anne says, I do morning pages every day, and sometimes it's only a few paragraphs instead of the prescribed 3 pages. Yeah, these are really big pages because they're unlined and I write small. And so I just do, I try to just do 1 page, like 1 full page every day. Good. Anne, you made your materials for your live stream Sunday. I love it. Stuffers, what stresses you out about morning pages? Is it the amount of time you have to set aside, or does it feel like you have to produce creatively? What is it about morning pages? What is it about morning pages that stresses you out? Ooh, Anne says the amount of time we had to work was just the right amount I needed to get the scene finished. Anne, I love that. Yes, Cassandra says I forget about that 20%. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you're doing estimates, always bump it up by 20%. You're like, yeah, this website is going to take, let's do something easy, 10 hours. Okay, no, quote 12. You'll be happy that you did. Forsaken Fallen says, I didn't start working on anything else. I scrolled through Twitter and my other Discords, gonna work on my novel and watch Kitchen Nightmares when we're finished. That sounds lovely. That sounds truly lovely. I hope you do that. Good. Oh, yeah. Damien says that's what I'm trying to do, plan things out intelligently. I didn't really consider the Audioverse Awards when I chose September 24th for Cybernautica. Well, and you can't. I mean, there's no way you can, I don't know, figure in everything. We're not perfect. We're not computers. We're not machines. You can't take into account every possible thing that's going to happen. And even if you do take into account everything, something in real life is going to happen and is going to just be like, hey, guess what? You broke your leg. Well, okay, don't break your leg. But like, yes, I see you. Oh, she didn't like my gesticulating. No, I know. Do you want to jump up on the desk? I won't wildly gesticulate anymore. No. We do not use claws on my chair. Okay. So yes, life not only finds a way, but life gets in the way a fair amount of the time. So, oh, Jimmy, how was it? Jimmy says, I read a bit on how to structure a poem from Mary Oliver's book on writing poetry. So I know you've been you've been doing a lot with poetry lately. Is this advice something you're going to use, or was it just like an FYI, like, oh, okay, I'm going to see how other poets do this just out of curiosity? Or is this something are you going to adopt her teachings? I'm very curious about that. Okay, so I'm going through. Ooh, disc bound. What is this? Discbound. It's binder meets notebook, and it's the best thing ever. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Thank you, Shannon. Yes. Meow, she says. Oh, here. You want to read this comment with me? Let's see. Tania says, I got chased out of my rustic studio. Oh, by the oppressive heat. Oh my gosh, it's 95 degrees. Oh no. And then, oh, by the flies that wouldn't leave me alone, I retreated to my bedroom safely within the fly free air conditioning. I was at least able to set myself up to restart the story in the cool of the morning. I know. Sometimes that's just what we need to do. Sometimes we just need to take a deep breath, set ourselves up for success tomorrow. Oh no. Oh, okay. And then start again tomorrow. Sometimes that's all we can do. So Tania, I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you set yourself up for success tomorrow. I hope you find it. Ooh, morning pages. Yes. Pinball Princess says a therapist once suggested I follow that, yes, to get in touch with my creativity. The thing is, I'm not a morning person. Like, I drag myself to my laptop late to work every morning because I'm tired and not a morning person. Getting up early is out of the question. Yeah, sometimes we have to like finagle things so that they work for us a little bit better. Oh my gosh, you're gonna end my stream accidentally again. Do you remember that earlier tonight when Midori ended my stream? That was fun. Good. Cassandra says I did pretty good tonight. All this self-care talk reminded me to do a meditation. Lovely. I wrote a bit for a funny Halloween story and ate a cookie. Cassandra, I feel like that's a really good evening. That's a really good evening. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, hoping it's a chance to get ears on a show that I honestly haven't been able to give a good promotion run so far. Yeah, award shows can be kind of silly, but I'm not going to lie, I'd be over the moon if our little passion project took one home. I hope it does. Yeah. And it can be hard to sort that out. It can be so hard to figure out like what's going to, and like some stuff you don't know, like, oh, will this act of marketing do this for my show, or will this act of marketing, do this other thing for my show? Where's the best return on my investment of time, energy, and money? And some of that you just have to kind of experiment with. Steffer says it's the pressure to produce every single day. I can do it, but I don't know. It feels like it adds undue stress to my daily activities. Yeah, and honestly, this is something that I cannot stress enough. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron is an excellent resource, but not all resources and not all tools work for every single writer. We are all extremely different in how we create and with what works for us because of our, our temperaments, how our brains work, how our schedules work, whether we're a morning person or not. Not everything works for everyone, and there's something out there that works for you that maybe doesn't work for me, and that's just okay. Like, that's just how we are as writers. That reminds me, I was flipping through this book by Chuck Wendig earlier. Let's see. Oh man, am I going to find this? Basically, he says, not every tool works the same for every writer. Oh, there you go. No writing advice is bad advice. No writing advice is perfectly true advice either. Writing advice either A, works for you, or B, does not work for you. And that's okay. That's how it's meant to be. Advice is just as it sounds, mere suggestions. So he goes on and on for a while. I don't know if I'd particularly recommend this book to everyone, but that just reminded me of him saying that. So, ooh. Okay, Poxy says dabbles in online writing tool. Ooh, story folders. Oh no. This sounds like something that that sounds like something I would put a lot of time and effort into curating and not do writing because I was busy curating my stuff. But that's just a pitfall that I know I tend to fall into. Yeah, Jimmy, and it's not for everyone. So Jimmy says journaling and daily pages and such completely baffles me. I can't wrap my head around what I'm supposed to do and what it's supposed to do for me. I muddle along otherwise, LOL. Yeah, and again, It's not for everyone. It doesn't work for everyone. There are no guaranteed results. It's just what works for some people. And what works for you might be completely different, and that's totally okay. Anne says, what is Midori fussing about? Everything. The answer is Midori is fussing about everything. She wants more food. She has too much food. She wants more water. She's not drinking the water she has, even though it's clean and fresh. She's just old and cranky. That's all. Yes, Midori has needs. Yes, yes. Oh, yay. Marissa says, I had to miss most of the stream, but I did buy poster board and I'm ready to do some sticky note brainstorming for my novel. Marissa, I love to hear that. Yes, I love to hear that. That sounds really exciting. That sounds really exciting. Yes, yes. Yeah, Sarah, this is also a really good point. Sarah says, I stopped doing journaling after high school. We used to do this in religion classes, but like I realized with time, it was always me complaining about the fact I don't have control over my life. And the older I get, the worse it felt and made me more and more sad. Yeah, you can, I mean, just like talking with somebody who's maybe not a great person to talk to, sometimes your journaling will lead you into like a negativity spiral, and it'll just get worse and worse instead of actually helping you process and understand what's going on in your life. So like totally, totally legit. Oh, interesting. It's info. Oh, okay. So this is the Mary Oliver advice on poems. So it's not as much advice, it is hard info. Oh, defines meter, rhythm, technical terms. Oh, it's like a small textbook. Okay. I mean, as long as it's helpful and it's making you feel equipped to write instead of intimidated. I don't know. There's a really fine line for me with books on the writing craft as to whether they actually help inspire me to write or whether they make me feel completely inadequate. So Jimmy, I hope that this one is making you feel enabled, empowered, and inspired. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, interesting. Yes. Poxy says, I love how everything is in one place in Dabble. I don't have to jump around and look through random folders. Okay. Well, you've convinced me. I'm going to have to check out this tool because, well, I just love writing tools because I'm a nerd for that kind of stuff. But what an evening. What an evening. If you go over onto our Discord, Poxy says, not sponsored. Okay, so Poxy is not being paid by Dabble to talk about their. Poxy says, please sponsor me. Oh, thank you. Shannon says, what makes you feel equipped to write versus intimidated? That is going on a sticky note. Good. Okay, good. I have provided value of some kind for tonight, which is really exciting and good for me. Oh, good. And Takara, you posted part 10 of your ogre story. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna go fall down soon. Just because this was my last spoon for tonight. If you haven't read that article on spoon theory, it may or may not be your thing, may or may not resonate with you, but it might. And it's over on our Discord under the Writing Resources channel. So check that out. Feel free to share anything that you've been working on in the Show Your Work channel. So I know Takara posts a lot of poems there. It's a really active channel. Marissa has tons of sticky notes. I love it. Marissa, I'm so excited about you doing this. Like, that's such a fun stage of a project, is like the sticky note phase. That makes me really happy. I'm glad you're doing that. But yeah, come hang out with us on Discord. If you're not a member already, let one of us know, and we'll invite you. Oh, good. Poxy posted the the link to Dabble over on our Discord, and says, please sponsor me, LOL. So I kind of love that. But yeah, hey, we do these every Wednesday. You're always welcome. If you If you miss one of these sessions, it's no big deal. You're not getting graded. This is just here as a place for you to hang out and be with other awesome creative people. So you can come and go as you please. They're super casual. If you ever do want to watch a previous create along, like if you're in the middle of the week and you're like, well, not the middle of the week because that's Wednesday, which is the day that we do these. But if you're like on a weekend and you're like, I need some create along energy, you can go over to my YouTube channel and I have every single one of these create alongs is archived and you can rewatch the whole thing over on YouTube. So those are there. Yes, the 2-hour mark approaches. 2-hour Fabio is lurking. That creeps me out a little bit. Like, is he outside my window? Just like, I can't believe it's not butter. Good. Oh, Shannon, I love that. Shannon says, when I come to a create along, I feel like I get a spoon back. Oh, that's beautiful. Poxy says you're getting graded A+ to those for those attending. I love that. So yeah, so we do these every Wednesday. Come hang out with us if you want. Watch the replays if you want. What else can I tell you? I've got a little banner here. If you want to like check out my website, there it is. Or follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can do that here. Just Sarah Ray Werner, just my name, and then sarahwerner.com. I posted a blog post over on Discord as well. I have an active blog that I do once a week. I also have a newsletter if you want to sign up for that. There's stuff that I should be talking about in advertising, but it's getting late and I'm tired and I think I might want to run away soon. Oh, a real himbo, he cares. I like that. Well, I'm sorry. I can only think about 2-hour Fabio now. Yes, Anne's going to go fall down. I'm going to go fall down. Thank you for being here. As always, it's your presence here that makes these create-alongs a true gift. And I'm so grateful that you are here and that you are your true self when you are here. That is just everything. So yeah. So whether or not you got any writing or creating or podcasting done tonight, I'm really grateful for your presence. I'm really glad you were here. I hope to see you next week. Again, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. We go for about an hour, 2 hours. Yeah, we go for usually about 2 hours. Good. Skit, you've got a lot of cleaning to do, but you'll get there. Yes, you will. All right, friends. Again, come hang out on the Discord. If you need an invite, let us know. I've also got an I Am a Writer and a Seriously Successful Podcasters Facebook group. If Facebook is your thing, I know that's not a thing for a lot of people. But yeah, thanks for being here, and I will see you next Wednesday. It's bad that I had to think about that a little bit, probably. Okay. I'm going for real now. So enjoy your evening and we'll talk soon.